Welcome everybody. My name is Eve and this is Speedwell Travel. Now today I am in Helsinki and I am going to take the ferry over to Suomenlinna, and again I'm going to apologise if I haven't pronounced that correctly. Now you will see the red banners in the middle of this picture, and you'll also see a small building to the left which is slightly brown. The red banners lead you onto a tourist ferry which goes out to the archipelago and sails around. It's also quite expensive. But in the little brown building on the left there, that's where you catch the HSL or government ferry to Suomenlinna, and it is so much cheaper. Now if you do want to go over to Suomenlinna for a visit, and you have bought an HSL day ticket, that's a day 24-hour pass, you can get this usually for €12. This ferry is included in the price. So that is basically your bus and your tram and your ferry tickets. And just there are the gates that you go through on the left, and you'll board the small ferry to hit Suomenlinna. You can obviously take the tourist ferry if you want, but it is considerably more expensive. So we just climbed on board and now we are just passing the big wheel, and I think outside swimming pool and sauna are also over on this side, and I just didn't have time to go over there today to visit it. Also, I was warned that it was going to start raining this afternoon, so it was getting a bit chilly to be perfectly honest, and I really didn't fancy an outdoor swim today. Now the ferry doesn't take long, but as you can see it's moving around quite quickly. It really doesn't hang about, it just shuttles backwards and forwards all day over to the island and back again. And as I said, people do actually live on this island, it's not just for tourists. And here is a beautiful view of the Tallink-Silja line ferry that is going to Stockholm. Now I think I was there roughly about 3 p.m. and I think this ferry departs at 5 p.m. So I'm pretty sure at the time you're looking at it that people and transport were embarking. Now I will hopefully be able to get a video, because I will be taking this ferry over to Stockholm and back again a little bit later this year. So please do look out for the video, as I'm really excited and I can't wait to try that out. And now heading out of the harbour, you'll see quite a few islands dotted about, and there are people probably living on these islands. You'll see little houses and things, and I don't know how they do it. They look absolutely picture postcard beautiful, and it would be lovely actually to spend a day in a small boat and just explore them one at a time, but there are quite a few of them. And we just keep heading over to Suomenlinna, as you can see in the distance there. Now there's plenty seating in the cabin. There's also an upstairs bit and you can go outside and use the upstairs. But I didn't want to sit outside as I knew it was going to start raining at some point on this trip. As you can see the clouds building up for miles and miles. As I say, it is just a shame that the sun wasn't out and it would show this Helsinki Bay in such beautiful colours, so we're just going to have to make do with the grey, I'm afraid. I just always seem to get the timing wrong for these things. And here we are just arriving at Suomenlinna. It really does not take the ferry very long to tie up and disembark the passengers and allow the next load of passengers on. So you can jump off here, you can spend as long as you like on the island, and then when you're ready to return to Helsinki, you just jump on at the same place. It does look lovely, and it is probably very well worth exploring. As I said, you can already see that as the rain now starting, and I was too cold and chilled to want to go wandering at this time in the afternoon. Now, as I said before, the ferry is really only about 20 minutes across each way, and it does continuously shuttle backwards and forwards all day and well into the evening. And this is us just heading back on the return journey. Sorry, there's so much rain on the windows, but yes, it really was starting to get quite miserable out there. And what you should be able to see right now in the middle of your screen, this is the Viking ferry terminal, and it's absolutely huge. Now, Viking is the other company that sails from Helsinki over to Stockholm, and it usually goes just around the same time as the Tallink-Silja line. So the two ferries usually cross almost together, and as I said, I'm going to be going on the Silja line ferry, and it'll be interesting to see if I can get some video footage of the Viking ferry actually chasing us across. So please do look out for that video. I will try and get it uploaded probably nearer the end of the year, but I'm really excited to get on board this Silja line. As I said, it will be great to sail across the Baltic. And finally, that is us just arriving back into the pier at the Esplanade at Helsinki. It has been a lovely journey. I would love to visit Suomenlinna one of these trips that I do go to Helsinki. I will do it one day, but just not today in the pouring rain. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here on the channel, and thanks for coming with me on this short journey. It would be absolutely wonderful if you wouldn't mind, give the video a like if you would. Please also comment if there's anything I can answer. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And don't forget, you can always share the video too. It would be also wonderful if you wouldn't mind, please hit the subscribe button. It does make this small channel grow. Please do hit that button, and I hope to see you in the next video. And bye for now.